Hey friends, Audrey Henley here, and today I'm doing a writing wrap-up, a little catch-up, what I've been doing all this time. Just wanted to check in, so stay tuned. This is sort of a goals for October video, even though October's a little ways off. I'm kind of going to set a deadline on Halloween and try to get a bunch of stuff done before then. Because that seems like a nice round number and it works for me. And the reason I'm starting now is because I just finished that long copy editing project I had. So if you don't remember, you missed that video, I've been working on a copy editing project for my day job. So it's basically checking an entire book for grammar and punctuation and syntax and all of that. So that took up a lot of my time. And so for the past month, maybe I might be exaggerating, it might have been like 3 weeks, I haven't been doing much writing because I was focused on that project. So now I've finished that project and I feel free. Like I can do all the things I've been wanting to do this whole time. It's really exciting and I'm just like really pumped to get back into writing and to just get stuff done, finally, right? I just wanted to share with you all of my goals and what I'll be up to now that I'm free. So I also have a few books here. I have a little book haul just of books I've been reading and books that I just picked up today. So before we get to my goals, I'll show you those. So first up are these two adorable books. See how they're this cute, like 5x7 trim size? Don't quote me on that, they're just small. And they're both red. So this one here is The Joy of Syntax by June Casagrande. She's my favorite punctuation guru, and if you watched my video on commas, you'll know that, and I said her name wrong, but she's just excellent and highly recommend her if you struggle at all with punctuation ever. Like, she's great, and she's very not condescending. It's just very accessible and good, and it's sort of geared toward people who are already good at writing. And then this one here, which as you can see I'm kind of getting through, is The Art of War for Writers. I'm not sure how much I appreciate the like Sun Tzu references throughout, like I could do without that, but it's sort of just, if you take that away, it's just sort of a pep talk for writers. So it's several short little chapters on things like how to avoid jealousy, how to push through in times of hardship, and also some, craft advice for leveling up. The Art of War for Writers by James Scott Bell. I bought this because I really love his revision book, and so I knew he was good at writing about writing, so picked this one up when I saw it. And I found these both cute little books in the same bookstore in San Francisco, so I put them in my suitcase and brought them home. And so I've got this stack of books here, and I got them from Target. There was a 15% off discount in Cartwheel, which is their like coupon app, and they're 20% off in store, like in addition. Target always has these like 20% off stickers on their books. I think it's because they buy so many books that they can get a discount from publishers and offer them at a cheaper price than other bookstores would. And then there was buy two get one free. So I got these 3 books for like 25 bucks. They're brand new hardcovers with jackets and like custom end papers and stuff, so I was pretty happy. And the ones I got, so first I have Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, and she wrote Emergency Contact, which is one of the best books I've read. It's new adult, I don't care what anyone else wants to call it. It's about people in college, and it's just very real, very good, so voicey, so fun. So when I heard about this book, right away I knew I was gonna buy it as soon as I saw it, so I did. Next I have House of Salt and Sorrow. Look at this like textured cover. Look how shiny it is. Oh, and no one pays attention to end papers, but these end papers are amazing. Like the shimmery black is really cool. So I'm into that. It smells like a book. So everyone's been talking about this, so I usually don't tend to gravitate toward fantasy books, but when they get a lot of attention, then I'll maybe pick one up. So this was one of those where it's like, okay, I'll read it. Whereas sci-fi is like an instant sell. I'm like, oh, I like that concept, bye. And then this last one, so I went to the checkout and was like, here are my 2 books, I'm gonna get 15% off. And the lady was like, you can also get one free. So I went back and got another book, and I was just kind of looking around for another book, and I got this American Royals by Catherine McGee, and it's set in an alternate future where like George Washington became a king, and so there's a royal family in the United States, which is like, you know, it's sort of a fun premise, so I just picked it up. Interested in like the political climate of the book and like what it says about politics, like what if it was a monarchy, how would it be different? So excited about that. Next, let's talk about some goals I have. So I have quite a lot I want to get done before Halloween. First is to finish Ghostpocalypse. I'm at 50,000 words still. If you remember, I said I was at that quite a while ago, because I did stop. But I went to a coffee shop yesterday and ended up writing 1,000 words. My first day back at the manuscript. I thought I'd need more time to get reacquainted in the world, but I kind of just hopped back in. I think it might be because I was so upset about not having time to write. I just still thought about it in my head, like still thinking about characters, and I had a really great story idea. I had an epiphany about what my ending should be, so yay! I had that epiphany and I wrote 1,000 words. Yeah, I'm feeling very optimistic. What I'm not optimistic about, again, is my word count. I think it'll be way too short. I'm at 50 and I don't anticipate writing like more than 10,000 more words. So I'll have to add a lot of words during revision, but that's okay. I'll be excited just to get to the end and to add more in. I don't think I'll take as much time to stop between drafting and revising, just because this revision will require more words, and to me that'll still feel like drafting. So once I have the right word count, then I'll probably take a break before going back into revising. So yeah, goal number 1 is finish Ghostpocalypse, finish drafting it. But next I want to get back into querying. So I took a bit of a break. I sent some one-off queries in the summer, but really wasn't doing big batches. Got some advice to wait for feedback from agents to kind of get a sense of where I can improve my query and my manuscript. The thing was, I got 0 feedback. 0. So I'm just gonna keep querying. So I had a call with an agent through Manuscript Academy, and the agent I talked to was like, wow, you have a, you know, well-written query, and I think you should wait to hear for feedback. And it's interesting to me that an agent would tell me that, because I wonder like how often she thinks agents give feedback, because probably 70% of my rejections were form. That's whether they had requested a manuscript or not. And then a few were slightly personalized but did not give much advice for how to improve. They were like, this isn't right for me at the time. Thanks. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do a bigger batch this time. Probably around 30 is what I'm shooting for. I just want to get them sent out this month when agents are back from like vacation, back from having summer Fridays, is a good time to send queries, because I think a lot of agents like clear out their summer decks and then are kind of have fresh eyes for new stuff in September. This is all a theory, so I don't know that for sure, but I definitely noticed that I received a bunch of rejections end of summer because they were clearing out the decks. So just an observation. I have a real life writer friend, and we recently got together and had a query party. So we played music and sat on a couch and queried a bunch of agents together, and it was really great. We could compare notes, like, oh, I queried her, she was really nice, and I queried this guy, he gave me a form rejection, whatever. It was actually really helpful for both of us, and I didn't get that like impending sense of doom I usually get when I query, so that was great. And then some smaller goals. So, you know, finishing Ghostpocalypse and querying 30 agents by October 31st. Those are both like bigger picture things, but these are smaller. So one is I want to make a mood board for Ghostpocalypse, and this has to be like an agenda item for me, because I don't like go on Pinterest for fun. I don't look at photographs for fun. I'm not good at Instagram. Like, I struggle with like visual stuff. So I don't know. I feel like mood boards really get readers interested in what you're doing, or at least other writers. It's a great visual way to share what you're doing. So I think I have to make a mood board eventually. So I'm adding it to the agenda for this month. I'm not really sure what all will be on there. It's set in Maine, so definitely some ocean shots. And some of it takes place in LA, so maybe some LA stuff, ghosts. And I always use license-free images because that's really important to me, to not just steal people's work off the internet. Which is like a personal, like, I don't judge people who do that, I just don't do it myself. So it makes it a little harder to find those images. Okay, and then another goal of mine is to write a synopsis and a query for Ghostpocalypse. I think it's a good idea to write these fairly early on, and they can evolve over time. Having like a quick pitch is always good, especially when you are looking for critique partners. It's nice if you can give them like a little sense of the story before actually handing them your story. Might as well have that ready. And then I think if I get everything ready by October, hopefully I can do some revision for like November, get feedback in December. And the big goal is to get it all ready for February, which is the application time for Author Mentor Match. I happen to know some friends who've gotten into it, and it seems like a really great program, so I'm going to give it another shot with this new manuscript. Overall, I'm feeling super hopeful and optimistic. I know in some past videos I was getting pretty negative about everything, but life was different then. Now everything's looking bright and shiny and new, so hooray. I honestly, when I get in a good mood, I just run with it. Like, I get as much done as possible because I know I can, and then when I'm in a bad mood, you don't get as much done, but that's okay. I am going to do my best to have a really productive October. Let me know in the comments below what your goals are for October. I'd love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little bell thing. See you guys next week. Bye!